مسهل يا رب، يا مسهل، يا مسهل يا رب، يا رب. روح يا مبروك، روح. ايه ده؟ ايه ده؟ معقولة؟ 22 نقطة بس؟ معقولة؟ معقولة هيبتدوا البوفيه دلوقتي؟ معقولة؟ كتر خيركم والله، كتر خيركم. فوزي، فوزي، علاء فوزي. بوشكاش، روني. كابيلو، انا كرهت كابيلو ده. بس ماشي ماشي ماشي. يلا فوزي. لما ببقى داخل الماتش من دون مش عارف انا حاجه ولا مش حاجه.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the
بسم
choreography,
الله.
the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're underway.
Well, Wayne Rooney's role today will be crucial. We all know of his qualities as a goal scorer, but a lot's going to be expected from his creativity too. It's very rare for a striker to have such wonderful vision.
Yeah, he's a player whose performances always have an influence on the game one way or another.
Yeah, he's going to have to play the role of distributor, ball carrier and link man, and sometimes even track back. But he can do it all. He has an incredible work rate and an insatiable desire for victory.
Quickly taken. Played back into the centre. Las Palmas looking to
باتستوتا، انت ما تغسنيش يا باتستوتا.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Engages and forces him off the ball. Batistuta is onto it in a flash.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And this is Puskás. Pickford claims comfortably.
قدر الله.
No goals as yet, but it has been pretty lively.
روح حاج،
Tries to play it through.
لف حاج، ادينا حاج واحدة. ايه يا حاج دي؟
Takes it
يلا
in with
بينا.
crosses.
اوليفر كان
Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
عشان كله هيبقى معاه اوليفر
They've got to
كان بعد
make this
كده
nice
اكتر
and
حارس
quick.
يطلع ميتين.
Conte. Crunching tackle. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. This is Rooney. He's shifting through the big chance.
والله جاي كده وعارف انه هيرقص كده، وبرضه الكاسيرس اترقص.
And he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one
رفع لي
way
شرطة
and he
دفاع،
just slips the other.
فوز عمل لي شرطة دفاع. ماشي.
So we have our
يجيبوا جون
breakthrough.
ونرفعوا شرطة دفاع على
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Pulisic knocks it into space. Chance for a shot. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
هذه أسهل من بتاع.
Now he's got space here. He's through here. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Conte. Now it's Batistuta. Pulisic. Now it's Batistuta.
صح، أنا بقطعها مش بباظ.
Now this could be a chance. He's got away. That's good play. Rooney going face to face with his great rival. Van Nistelrooy, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Stood up well to him there. De Jong. Well, nicely intercepted. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Well, played right into his path.
لا إله إلا الله.
Nice control. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this. Climbs up big! Oh, not this time, but applause for the thought.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
So, what can they make of this? Van de Ven. And it's Conte. Jordan Henderson. Van Nistelrooy. Looking for options for movement. Oh, sweet feet. Cross deflected behind for a
ارفع بقى رفع بقى تحت بالله بقى.
Las Palmas with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Henderson clears it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now there's a
لازم بقى لازم كده فسا. ده فسا يا ابن الوسخ، عشان الوقت خلص بقاله دقيقة يا ابن الوسخ.
And look what it means to them.
أو صفر ابن الوسخ.
Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Please take this opportunity to pay a visit to our official store where memorabilia from today's match are now available. Substitution.
And we're off again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably...
Can he finish? Batistuta. He's a sharp little ball here. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And that's put paid to a promising move. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And this is Batistuta. Las Palmas different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Oh, what a ball! That's good defending,
Plenty.
very good defending. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Kante did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it.
يا ابن المرة قدام قدام.
Had it nicked away. Van Nistelrooy
ما تشوت يا حبيبي.
clears. Corner number 2 then. And he's there to clear it. That's really nicely played. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, delightful ball. That's the keeper's ball. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And here's Yamal. Puskás. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Passing is crisp and sharp. He's having a shot!
انا لازم اشوط 80 شوط عشان اجيب جون يا اولاد
And it's Van Nistelrooy. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it.
انا هفشخ لك الدنيا خالص. ياخد ال3 نقط يا تفشخ يا تفشخ. ياخد ال3 نقط.
Substitution on the field.
Yamal with a real chance here.
Puskás.
So the perfect chance to get one back.
Ronaldinho.
Shoot!
3.
يمسك.
Henderson.
That's what you
Music.
call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Rafinha. Number 8. Hirotoshi Nakata. Number 14. Riker. Substitution in progress.
Nakata. And here's Rooney. He is through here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
No, that's been intercepted. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick.
Substitution on the field.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. Thuram coming on here, a change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Oh, that's fabulous. Serginho. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Great vision. Now it's Nakata.
Pretty robust defending.
I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Drogba, distributed tidily. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now here's the delivery. Up he goes!
لا والله.
Drogba comes to the rescue. Has another go!
يعني الكرة بتخش بطلوع الروح، بطلوع الروح بتخش.
Game on again! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
So there's going to be another change here. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Las Palmas get themselves back into contention.
Well, they're just...
He's got tall.
جميلة دروجبا، جميلة.
Close to drawing level.
Well, at least it's earned him a little applause from the boss. The finish was lacking, but everything else was pretty good.
He's in space and looking for options. He has found the way through. Nicely aimed pass. And it's Nakata. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode. Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
That's true.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's found the way through. Serginho. And the number on the board is 3. And he's managed to get free. Haaland proves just a little bit too strong. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Tries a shot! And he's taking no chances there. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And time is up.
بس هنا مش صابر الهجمة تخلص، هو مش مستني الهجمة. 8 شوطات على الجون وهو شايل شوطين. 32 نقطة يا ولاد الوسخة. يا ولاد الوسخة. انشطات بجون، شوطين هو بجونين. مساء عنبر اخويا محمد الزنجباري، اخويا محمد الزنجباري منور. منور اخويا محمد الزنجباري.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, the inclusion of this fella, Mickey van de Ven, is probably an indication that the boss wants to play out from the back. I mean, we all talk about how brilliant his recovery pace is when it comes to defending, but he's actually quite tasty on the ball too, particularly with his long-range passing, and he loves those diagonals at times, and he's one to watch out for.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. De Jong goes sliding in. Great defending, strong and determined. Caceres plays it all the way forward. Pulisic. Caceres. Looking for the run. Played back in. No, it's come to nothing. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. Oh, it's Batistuta.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Doku in acres of space out wide. And the shot!
صدها شايف الصدة عاملة ازاي؟ انا بشوف صدات تاريخية، صدات تخش التاريخ.
He'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Las Palmas with the corner, there first. And now they can spring out of defence. Caceres spots it and intercepts. Las Palmas finding their passes. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, well played, well sorted out. So it is still 0-0. And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Olise.
That's good play from him.
Tries to pass it through. Pulisic. He steps in, and that's the end of that. De Jong. That's been slipped through. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Quickly taken, and it's De Jong. And there's the shot! Vinicius Junior. And here's Pulisic. Batistuta. Lovely bit of skill. This looks promising.
انا رقصته صح هو اللي راح غلط.
Frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Vinicius Junior's cross.
Now it's Batistuta. Can he get it through? No, that's been intercepted. And that is a little undercooked.
استلم يا عم استلم يا عم.
Now it's Batistuta. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well, there's the clearance. Now it's Batistuta. Pulisic. Now it's Batistuta. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball.
And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Batistuta!
الجوان بطلوع الروح.
There was no
الجوان بتيجي بطلوع الروح.
getting to it at all.
نور اخويا نزير.
Just way too good, Peter.
الجوان بتيجي بطلوع الروح يا جدعان وربنا. وانا لو اتشاط فيا ايه بتيجي جول.
Penetrated for the first time.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Las Palmas leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Not the most convincing of passes. Pulisic. Now it's De Jong. Driving forward. Doku. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Olise has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. That has been slung wide.
That's a shame because it was such a good decision. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
The message is clear.
شايف الوقت خلص بقاله قد ايه؟ بص كده على الوقت. دقيقتين. ادى دقيقتين زيادة. أسد منور أخويا أسد. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a.
أخش الفيزا واحد برضه عافية عليك يا لعبة عليك. عافية على اللعبة أخش.
During the interval.
Las Palmas are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting...
Takes a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Batistuta. And this is a chance for Tunisia to counter-attack. That's a shade optimistic. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
And he's been shifted off it.
سيلفستر يا سيلفستر بتعمل مسابقات خش الديفيجن واحد بس صح. فاضل 100 نقطة 100 نقطة بس.
Pulisic, who does have an assist to his name. Now it's Batistuta. Olise is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Las Palmas just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Pulisic. Pulisic going face to face with his great rival. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Well, that pass isn't the best. De Jong. Now it's Doku. Now, can they get him away? Can he get on the end of this? Olise's cross. Vinicius Junior! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Modric. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
في هدوك ايه اللي حصل لك هدوك؟
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job
ما
done.
تبص يا حبيبي انت كمان اللي
You
في
know, it
وشي.
was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
ايه الماتش المعفن ده؟
Well, that looks a decent ball. Doku providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, such a clever touch. An instinctive delivery.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 9, el dorsal 21, el dorsal
Messi
20,
is herring
el
after that
dorsal
one.
17. Serán sustituidos
Your
por
impression so
el
far,
dorsal
Jim?
99.
There's a lot
لا
of
بس هدوك
football
مش
still
بيلي.
to be played,
محدش
Peter,
محدش
so
ظاهر.
ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Juli,
He's shifting through the gears here.
cambio de jugadores.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, that's well spotted. Serginho charging forward, the ball at his feet. Haaland. The ball has bounced loose now. Shot a goal!
بص ده.
He has
وش.
it! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner and he picked them off
وش.
instead.
الجوان بتيجي فيها
And
اي
it
شوطه
didn't take him
تروح.
long.
Se va a
Just
producir
sitting
Goal.
on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he
وانا
was
الجون
scoring.
هجيبه
That's
بطلوع
just
الروح.
as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Las Palmas are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Modric, Mbappe,
اقترح كده صاحبي.
and that's been one shoots.
اقترح كده
Ball
اسد
at his mercy,
مسابقه
and
تبقى على ايه؟
somehow he's missed it.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Las Palmas have the chance to go the other way. Julie. Van de Ven kept his eye on it, and he's there.
مش لده مش لده مش لده وربنا اوف سايد ده.
Has flag raised for offside.
اوه حبيبي بس.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, he's found support out wide.
Been there, done that, unfortunately.
سيرجينيو
You
انت اللي
really
يعتمد عليك
want
في
to have
حاجه.
another go. Believe me on that.
في روم وعلى كل مركز الجول.
It's a pretty loose pass. Aimed beyond the defence.
يعني الناس تلعب ضد بعض يعني والمركز الاول ياخد كوينات.
He's got full. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the
انا
game.
عايز اعمل كده والله.
Messi plays it short. Las Palmas are looking to go forward now. He's on it. Can he get away? It's dropped.
جميله دروجبا جميله
Oh, didn't
جميله.
catch it right. Modric. Defending was strong and firm. And the counter is on. Haaland. Gets into some space. Now here's the delivery.
حول الله، عرضية جامدة
Carries far
بتعدي
too
ضعيفة
far
الآن.
and out of play.
أنا إن شاء الله هعمل كده.
And well
أخش
done, the
ديفيجن واحد،
ball
عايز أعمل
is
كده،
3.
بس أنا عايز يعني
I wouldn't fancy playing up
عايز
front in
أنظمها،
these
بس أنا لازم أعمل
circumstances, to be
كده،
honest.
لازم
There's
أعمل كده الأيام
absolutely no
الجاية دي.
supply.
Oh, it's played into the area.
في ناس هنا بقى بتخش لي كل لايف أنا بدأت أحفظ أساميها،
And we're
فأنا الناس
done.
دي عايز أعمل لها حاجة.
Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of...
أنا عرفت إزاي أشحن الناس أو أشحن إزاي كوينات. 23 نقطة بس. عرفت إزاي أشحن كوينات وعايز أعمل كده، بس ده يبقى في لايف بالليل، الناس بتبقى كتير في اللايف بتاع بالليل. بس أعملها تليفون بقى، يعني بيتهيألي كل الناس هنا بتلعب تليفون. أنا أحسن. طيب صح، بيس ماشي صح. ابعت لي إضافة واعمل لي، اعمل بس هنا تابع القناة، أنا بطلع لايف كل يوم، وهعمل كده والله إن شاء الله لازم أعمل كده، هعمل كده الأيام الجاية دي. يبقى بطولة التليفونات، حتى لو الكوينات حاجة بسيطة، يعني مش شرط عشان كوينات كتير، بس يعني أحاول لو هو كل المراكز تكسب يعني حتى لو حسابك ضعيف وما كسبتش هتاخد برضو كوينات. العب ب5 اهو. اسمع هيظهر لك دلوقتي. لو بتلعب
What a scene we have
بي
here.
سي
There's a real expectant buzz in the
ماشي نلعب
stadium,
مع
and
بعض
the
ليه،
players on the
بس
pitch are
لو بتلعب
raring to
تليفون مش
go
هينفع.
any minute now. And the
لو
mood
بتلعب بي
is
سي
boisterous. It
هخلص
is a
الماتش ده والعب.
perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
اي حد بيقول لي تعالى
Here's
نلعب
the
جون بلعب
whistle.
معاه عادي على طول ليه.
Well, when you say
خلص الماتش اللي
Brazilian
بلعبه بلعب
fullback,
على طول معاه.
there's only one man, isn't there?
A bit of couple
ريكا
Jim up there,
ريكا
but I
رونالدو
guess you
ريكا.
mean Roberto Carlos.
I do, and probably the first of the current crop of fullbacks who played as a withdrawn winger.
He's had some wow moments along the way.
He excels.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
يلا بلست الرول. بلست الرول.
Oh, surely that
بلعب
deserved
تليفون، ما
better.
تليفون مش
Oh, the
هينفع،
pass was
تليفون مش
sublime.
هينفع،
The
مش
finish
هيدخلك
was
الروم اصلا،
substandard.
مش هيدخلك
What a
دي.
disappointment.
ممكن بالليل اعمل روم اللي هو مثلا انت تلعب ضد حد تاني،
De Jong wins the duel this
وتبقوا
time.
مثلا نجمعوا 3، هو ال3 يلعبوا ضد بعض،
And here's Torres.
كل مركز ياخد مثلا، انا حتى لو 3 ممكن اعمل لهم رومات،
Mbappe is onto this.
مش شرط عدد كبير،
Well, he certainly wasn't in the
هو
mood to
كل
take any
مركز
risks.
ياخد مثلا ده مش عارف ياخد كام
Eder
كوين، ده ياخد كام
Militao
كوين
cuts it
كده.
out. Kukçu. And here's Mbappe. That's good running with the ball. And he's picked out the run. Oh, good take and a chance for a shot. Great defending, strong, and again.
لا
It's a
حول
loose
الله يا
ball.
رب، ده مين الحارس ده؟
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
ربنا اقل شوطه من دول بتتشاط عليها بتخش جون من اول مره.
Ball's gone out of play.
اي حد بس موجود عشان يشوفني تاني يشترك في
Kokchu.
القناه، عشان
That was
لو ما
nowhere
اشتركتش ممكن
near
ما
his
تثبتش
best.
القناه تاني بس.
Tries to pass it through. Now this could be
بالراحه
a
كده
goal
حاج.
for a shot.
احا
It's bounced
احا.
off the post. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Neither side yet able to find the net. And this is Torres.
وانا عايز حد بقى يقول لي ده مش
Touré
سكريبت.
gets it away.
انا عايز حد يقول لي ده مش
It's
سكريبت.
a sharp pass. He's going for goal. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Cannavaro.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
كل دي
Gets a good foot in there. Carvajal is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Oh, that's a fine interception. Cannavaro gets it away.
بيتر تشيك بيصد، بس انا الكرة يعني ماشي بيتر تشيك جامد. الكرة اللي
Kokchu
في العارضة دي ازاي
caresses it through.
والله اول كرة هتتشاط عليها تخش جول.
Now Pulisic. Now he's off and running. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. This looks promising. And he's had a hit. Oh, off the bar. And he's managed to get rid. Van Nistelrooy.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Pulisic. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos delivers. That has been knocked clear. Van Nistelrooy. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that is out of play. Quick look,
يلا.
plays it in. He's there and gets it away.
ولا
Still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Oh, that's fabulous. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Van der Ven kept his eye on it, and he's there. Roberto Carlos. Passing nice and neat.
بطل.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Yamal.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Oh, easy pickings there. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. It's a promising position. But this is Van Nistelrooy. Roberto Carlos. Mbappe. And we've reached half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. That gets things going for the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Shot, surely! Rijkaard. Las Palmas do have a chance to counter here. Yamal. Now it's Pulisic. Has a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Pulisic plays it short. Now it's Pulisic. Chu gets a foot in here. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's picked it up out wide. De Jong.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Looking for the run. Oh, that's a... He's had a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
Las
11,
Palmas choosing to make the first change.
el dorsal
Two
20,
fresh faces and both in the front line.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what system they'll be playing with now, Peter.
Juli.
Now it's Torres. Spread it left. It's Roberto Carlos! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Morocco really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Oh, that's well spotted. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. No, not quite on the same wavelength. De Jong. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Juli takes control of it and he's on the move. He's cut it out. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Out towards the flank. Hangs in across. He rises!
تعرض
Oh, it rattles the bar. Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Se va a
Both
producir un
sides
cambio
then
de
taking this
jugadores.
chance to turn to their
dorsal
benches.
15, el dorsal 17. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 27, el dorsal 99.
No way
Se va a
through.
realizar un cambio de
Las
jugadores.
Palmas will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Now it's Torres. Oh, look at the space here. Well, the defence proved infallible then.
سجلوا
That
سجلوا
won't be
حول
the
عليها.
last they'll see of him. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Juli is in a really good position out wide.
اديني امك اضرب.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Chu concedes a free kick for that.
Se va a
Las
producir un
Palmas
cambio de
making
jugadores.
another change here.
El dorsal
Yeah, I
8
think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Fernando Torres.
Might want to be careful there.
The pass is intercepted. Caceres gets over and intercepts.
لحظة زي ريكارد من
Lovely
ريكارد.
pass, but can he get there? Well, that's beautifully weighted. Real chance! Really well taken goal. Finally, the deadlock is broken.
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Morocco are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Little doubt, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
That's an imaginative pass. Great ball if he can get there. Las Palmas must do something here, and very quickly.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Now, can they get him away? Well, that looks a cracking ball. And he's managed to get free. Flashes it across.
خد.
And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Now it's Torres. Foot in. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. That is good strength.
بجد والله. بجد والله.
Alice's cross. And that has earned a... He's gone for goal! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Morocco really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
In towards the back stick. There will be 4 extra minutes.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Nicked it back promptly.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where...
كده بلاش. فرقتش يعني 29 نقطة يعني فرقتش. ديفيجن واحد، نلعب واحد ديفيجن واحد.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise
شوفوا
and
نعمل ايه بقى
energy.
مع بتاع
This
ديفيجن واحد
certainly
ده.
matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
تويتش مش عارف ايه كده.
There's the whistle, and here we go.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, intelligence, an Italian giant.
Played out wide. And the shots! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
And he's forced to go back. Out to the right.
ممكن العب معاك؟ تديني الكورة العب معاك بعد
Doku
اذنك.
is onto it in a flash.
مش ضايق.
Kaká. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho going face to face with his great rival. Vieira. And it's Ronaldinho. And this is Shevchenko. Decent chance!
Well, that's good defending.
Oh, what has happened here? And he's been shifted off it. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Vieira. Vieira cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone
أصلاً
else
أنت
taking
عصفورة.
responsibility to shift
أنت
the
عصفورة
target.
لما
He
بلاعب
really needs some help here.
عيل صغير معايا
Gets his head on it.
كل كورة معروفة هتتقطع
The
منه.
header is
خد بالك.
disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good
فنعمله ايه
movement
بقى؟
inside the
نحطه قدام
box.
الجون
No
عشان الكورة لما
shortage of
تجيله بس
targets
قدام
here.
الجون يجيبها جون.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Las Palmas still without a single shot on target. Davids has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Pulisic. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Here's Doku. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho.
متوسع من وشي يا ابن المرة.
Well, played right into his path. Shot, surely!
بجد والله. ماشي. ماشي.
Ronaldinho in with the challenge. Goes for a shot.
مسكها عادي. لا لا دي عادي بقى،
Oh, that
يمسكها
was
دي التانية في
nice, but
العارضة،
not
دي
quite the
يمسكها.
end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
انا بلعب ضد واحد زي ده،
And that's a
ولما
foul.
اوصل
A
للجون
simple decision for the
تيجي في
referee.
العارضة، في العارضة، في العارضة.
Some really good ball movement. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's quick to get it clear again. Over to the left. Plays the return pass. And this is Shevchenko. Great chance!
أول شوطة بتيجي جون معروفة فيا على طول، أول هجمة بتيجي فيا جون، خدت بالك؟
Really tidily gathered,
بس أنا
and
لسه بدأت
ultimately
أول هجمة
a
بس
more than
جت في
tidy
العارضة،
finish.
التانية في
Such a
الحارس،
smart finish,
مسكها.
and the setup was very
لسه
good
قدامي
too, but
14 هجمة عشان أجيب
defensively
جون، دي
they
معروفة.
didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
هو أنت سيلفستر عايز إيه؟
Now it's
أنت
Messi.
عايز إيه يعني؟
He's shifting through the gears here. De Jong proves too strong. Messi
بجد والله.
doesn't want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That's really well cleared.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And here's Shevchenko.
إيه ده؟
Here's found and Shevchenko! Oh, the ball's run. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half.
لازم يكسبوا بماء عادي.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Kaka. And he plays one through. Oh, he's bustling through here. Pickford did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
It's Tuta.
That's the keeper's ball.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Canova. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
انجز يا كابتن، انجز يا كابتن.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Shevchenko! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
He gets big. And oh, he's got that completely wrong. And he's gone long. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
ستوتا العصفورة. ستوتا العصفورة.
Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Shevchenko really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Roberto Carlos. Vieira. Now it's Ronaldinho. Played out towards the right wing.
حاول بقدر الإمكان
Las Palmas still this
ما
single goal
تزنيش.
behind. That pass isn't the best. Cannavaro. Chiellini. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Davids. And it's Kaka. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Van der Ven gets across to intercept that. Great vision. Doku. Great defending, strong and determined. Can he get on the end of this? Kaka. Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Roberto Carlos. Now here's the delivery. Keeper's dealt with that. Vieira can see things others simply cannot.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that.
Can he finish? It's in! Do not write them off! Back they come! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Substitution on the field.
ولا رايق.
Both sides taking this chance to turn to their benches. Las Palmas grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
حرام والله دي ما تعديش لهالاند حرام والله حرام.
Hazard battling down that right flank.
Substitutions taking place.
And this is Stoichkov. Chance for a shot! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Stoichkov has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
تويتش ستريمر.
And he's there to retrieve it. Aims beyond the defence.
ديفيد إنه إدغار ديفيد.
And he's in on goal. The
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And he shoots! Oh no, that could be a costly miss. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Haaland. Just 5 minutes left. Nedved. Isco.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Back into the middle.
أول ما تزنيش يا كابتن، أول ما تزنيش.
Tries a shot.
هو على قص أمك.
He's done it. Late in the day. This could well be it. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then it...
Shot a goal!
بطيفتيز وطلع.
And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Oh, this is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. And we're done. Las Palmas were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded.
And a quick
How would you
reminder
sum up?
today.
Mauricio. خاصي يا سيدي، إنه الخاصي.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I think it'll be interesting, Peter, to see what challenge the opposition now bring to around.
And Batistuta! Pirlo. Mohamed Salah. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he shoots! And it's a goal!
Yes.
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
سامحني كده بتستوت.
One
سامحني عشان انا
sweeping
تعبان.
move executed with
سامحني عشان انا
deadly
تعبان.
efficiency.
تعبان.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Shot!
خش بيها الجون بقى. خش بيها الجون. بلينجهام طلقه. طلقه ما حدش قادر يسند عليه حتى. دخل في وسط اتنين شالهم ودخل بيها. كان هيخش بيها الجون.
Simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And that has left him in a heap.
ده صنع العاب زي زيكو ده.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to
عشان
hold
بدري
up
المكان
play
ده.
quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were...
Batistuta! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Zico, right. That's clear.
يا عم ما ميتين الكرة خدتها يا ابن
It's
الوسخ.
not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Good effort from distance.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Nicely spread. Driving forward. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Batistuta. Rijkaard. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Might be danger here. Shapes to shoot! Really well taken goal. Into the lead once more. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Las Palmas go into the lead. It's a good spell of possession, this. Pedri.
ومن أول مرة أنا لعبها لابن الوسخ اللي جات له الكورة ده. من أول
It's
مرة.
a chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Julie will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
دي مش فاول. الكلام بتاعتي فاول اللي خدت فيها الكورة. الفاول ها.
Played into space.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That's tidy. Julie. He is just caressing the ball. Now here's the delivery. Piqué can get it clear. Zico. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. The referee's awarded a free kick. And that was very necessary. Zico, and here's Bellingham, and he's being shifted off it.
والله منبزير ده على الحرام يديني منبزير ده.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played. Well,
tries a shot. No mistake. Again, we are level. What a contest.
yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
That is... And Martinez! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's been caught napping. Rijkaard. And he's there to make the challenge. Ball's gone astray. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Zico has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague and they look worried. Rijkaard. That's an imaginative pass. Inter Milan claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. This possibly the last play of the half. Pirlo with the short one. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
اشمعنى دي العتال اللي في وشي وانا مال الباور على الاخر. اشمعنى دي العتال اللي في وشي بيطفشها بيصلحها بيصلحها.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
صفر اهو. ايه صفر؟ هو مدي دقيقتين وقت بدل ضايع. الجون دخل في الدقيقة الرابعة يصفر بقى دلوقتي.
What a super half of football. Incident packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking for options for movement. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Bellingham. Zico. Passing is crisp and sharp. Martinez finds himself offside. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. That's a lovely, neat pass. And here's Batistuta. That is expertly dealt with. Ah, he's given it away. Rijkaard. Bellingham. Spread out to the left. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This applies the finish. They've got to be quick to... Oh, he's been caught on it here. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Driving on and making good progress. Pedri! And that is doing no harm at all.
حرام كورتين دخلوا بنفس الطريقة. دخلوا بنفس الطريقة.
This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Zico, who's set up one goal so far.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, what a mistake! Can he finish? He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count. Well, it was a really good thing he was on standby.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Batistuta. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Maldini with the clearance.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
بالله عليك
Looking a whole
بالله عليك انا مبازل ده بالله عليك.
They just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Pirlo is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 13, el dorsal 9.
Now he's got space here. Caceres kept aware and it is reclaimed easily. Las Palmas perhaps contemplating their next change here.
El dorsal 22. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio
That
de
pass
jugadores.
is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. In with the challenge.
Palmer really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Aimed beyond the defence. Koundé calmly anticipates. Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a searching pass. The less said about that pass, the better.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 6 será sustituido
Caceres.
por
Now
el
he's off and
dorsal
running.
16.
Palmer. And he cuts out the supply.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Nicely aimed pass. That's a cute ball. No luck with that dink over the top. And he thumps it clear. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Great ball and he's in here. Oh, truly brave defending.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that... Oh, they could be caught out here. Drogba is firing after that one. Cannavaro. And it's Serginho. Serginho going full tilt down the left. Oh, what a climb! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Drogba clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
لسه لعبة